Let this day where God make am for we. This is the day the Lord has made. Aminye bon ketong. Ni zogara bauzim de douceur. Mbochuniga Biya Gatuka. Democracy has never been given on a platter of gold. Amen. Your freedom will never be given on a platter of gold. And we do not, I mean, it is zone, you know, to be buried. Maya was doing what Thomas young Afro, Mangazuration. Garden was a became with them I won. A man be born money therapy, but I have good in Mark. Yes. I don't say this day, the day we God be making for we. I don't say they begin the way they grow. That's some now when I don't know me. Because if I be come out my chambers, say I begin working for outside. Now this thing where I be look at this. Southern Cameroon, they don't be slaves for being a hand. Television. But for years, you don't tell me again. If this country is breaking into two, now he be responsible. Yes! Because we, the English people, they don't push me for war today. Now they resolve this. And I'm glad. I've been staying for house. I say, if I hear someone on the march, some soldier pass for corner, I will join one for the street. I don't need people for Yaoundé. When we must go for a Judy. I yellow. I must for inside Yaoundé. But say no go meet them Biya. Whether if he hear people. This time we don't write letter for you. Say me convene dialogue on Southern Cameroon. You know here. I'm glad say the people don't take their power. We are not taking on the power into one hand. So we will continue until we see the light of day.
Good morning. There is no other way we can rejoice. There is no better time to be proud to be an Ambazonia. I have overwhelming joy to be an Ambazonia, to be an egg of cyst, to be living and witnessing not only the defeat of the occupier, but our ability to transform these drunkards, to transform these bastards, these barbarians. I am so grateful for what we have achieved. Ambazonia, this is the biggest victory you can secure against the enemy. This is the biggest victory we as a people can experience. You have so much influence. You have so much power. You have so much authority. When you can dictate their actions, influence their attitude, influence the way they conduct themselves, get them to do things they've never done, humble them. That's real power. That is real power. The Cameroun military, since 1961, in the creation of that state called Cameroun, they've had uncontrolled power. They do whatever they want. They have no respect for international law. They have no respect for covenants. They have no respect for international standards and procedures. They kill, abuse, maim, rape. You have defied all of that. They thought they could use the body of your supreme commander as a war trophy. What have you done to them? It is the same occupation, arrogant military. It's the same bee that has gone back to Guzan, humiliatingly, disgracefully, shamefully carried that same mortal remain. The same military has gone and dug a grave. What is that called? That is called transformation. That is how you transform the enemy. You don't transform the enemy with noise, with wisdom, with intelligence, with defiance, with fortitude. This is it. That is the mortal remains of General Efan. That's the Cameroon occupation terrorist bees. How do you turn these people around? Have you ever imagined that you can turn these people around? You can turn these drunkards around. You can get them to cave in, to submit to international rules, to international laws, to international procedures and standards. This is called influence. This is called power. This is called authority. This is called being in control. There's no better moment for you to celebrate how powerful you are. When you can define and dictate their actions, you're in charge. When you can define and dictate how they behave, you are in charge. Ambazonia is in charge. This is victory. If the only thing we give our people, even their mortal remains, is for that mortal remains to be treated with dignity, this is a giant step we have made in our liberation struggle. It's a giant step we have made in transforming the attitude of these drunkards. We have gotten them to comply with international laws, with international conventions and international procedures. This is victory. If this is what General Effa has given us as his last wish or gift for those still alive, it's worth it. You have transformed Cameroun. The general, the supreme commander, can now go rest in glory. He has fulfilled every responsibility, every obligation, and taken this struggle to levels we've never imagined before. If this can happen, the victory comes in little steps. This is one of those little but significant and symbolic steps. This is victory. Own it. Take pride in what we've accomplished, because the biggest and most powerful thing, how do you measure your influence? You measure influence by the response you get. You measure the impact of your influence by the response you get. This is it. Victory. This is big. This is symbolic. Mr. Biya thought he could use this event to humiliate you. We have used it to humble Mr. Biya, to humble the bees. They have humiliated themselves. They have caved in. They have given in. They've buckled. They've submitted. This is who we are. We are Ambazonians. Victory always. This is who we are. We are Ambazonians. Victory always. If they can bend to our will to do what we want, what we ask, what we demanded, you can compel them to go back to Guzan and pick up the mortal remains. There is nothing else we cannot compel Cameroun to do. This is how you measure power authority, influence, and impact. We are in charge. We define the narratives, we define the outcomes, we dictate the behavior, we determine the response, and then we compel them through our wisdom, our strategies, and our leverage. This is the Ambazonia Governing Council. This is the egg of sea. When we say we are in charge, we're in charge. When we say we're in control, we are in control. Ambazonia is in control. When you can define the narrative, measure its impact, you're in charge. Supreme, your place over there. Even your dead body, don't transform the enemy. These drunkards, where they be think say they want to play a psychological game with Ambazonia, don't go back for that same Guzang market. Disgracefully, shamefully, humiliatingly, they go carry that same body. And then that don't dig grave. I never ever seen them before. It never ever happen. That the kind of power that way you and San Ambazonia get up. If you feel dictate the action, the conduct, the behavior of even the occupier, you get enormous power and influence. Not taken for granted. It's in their kind of leadership. We don't show Mr. Biya who will be. We not only talk so we don't defeat them, but we don't transform their conduct. We don't transform even how they treat our dead bodies. This one is a big step forward. A big achievement. When you get people to be so full of hate, barbarians, thugs, to get them for start to comply and submit to international law, to international processes, standards and procedures, you get enormous power. Not taken for granted. Now we this as Ambazonians, these things they matter. We need to just fight for liberate a land. We fight for make sure say we dictate how the enemy treat we. How the enemy even treat our dead. Not forget. It be very important because of our culture, internationally, the last thing with any human being want, especially for a civilized and educated people, even during wartime, we don't transform Cameroun. Forget them for change to get to this level. It means a lot. A big win, and I want to make una take them as a big step forward. Not leave and make any person tell you otherwise. This one a win for all we. If not the last thing this, with the Supreme Commander, Figiam, leave them for we. For all the things that we don't do. For the ground we don't lay them for all we. The military we don't build them for we. For our nationalism we don't protect them. Defend them. Define them. Strengthen them. For the institutions that we don't build them. The thousands of forces we don't leave them behind. The Liberation Foundation we don't lay them. If at the end of your own life, It gives you one more victory for alter the attitude of the enemy. I don't get any other thing for talk. Before Koti Cafe. Go well, my general. Rest in glory and in power. You don't do the impossible. You don't do what you wait no human being. Even the international community not be ever believe. So if we change these people, their attitude, now them this. Mr. Biya, are just the beginning of the surrendering process. When they start for submit, they don't start for surrender.